Thought I'd make a quick video and show what I'm using for my chickens' water here. So this is a 50-gallon drum, black plastic food grade. It's got a seal in the lid so water doesn't leak by. I put a rain barrel tap on the bottom of it, and I need to reseal it a little bit. So this is dripping very, very slightly. I think I didn't. Whenever you drill this hole here, I left some little plastic burrs. I would deburr that for sure. I was previously just using 2 5-gallon buckets with the cups on them. Works okay, but I'm up to 21 birds now. So I was going through these 2 5-gallon buckets about every 3 days, 2.5 days. And I don't have water out here in their run, so I was having to haul water out in some buckets. But anyways, so what I've done now, I still have to bring water out here, but now I just pull the hose out here about every week or so, and there's a reason that that's important. And I fill the barrel, and the barrel feeds into this bucket that has a float in it, pretty similar to a toilet float. So when the water hits it and it floats up, it will stop the flow of the water, and then it'll let it go again. So it's important. You can see I've got my barrel stacked up on some pallets here. You do need gravity for this to work. So the bucket sits below the level of the barrel. I was gonna make this a 2-bucket system. You can see I put the Y on here, but I'm gonna run this for probably a week and just make sure it works well. And it's only got 2 cups on it, but as long as it's always full of water, I really don't think the chickens will fight over the water too much. So I'll probably actually just take that bucket and put it away as a spare for a while to see how that goes. The reason that this is important, I would like to be able to, go on vacation every once in a while for more than a day or two. And the girl that watches the chickens, I just want her to collect eggs and not have to feed and water them. So this should give them at least a week's worth of water. And then I could even put that out just for a little bit extra, have 5 extra gallons out here when we leave. But yeah, that is, it tells you what size hole to drill here. It was a 1-inch hole for this. It's got a rubber washer on both sides, so it sandwiches the barrel here. And then this is all just hose. I actually cut a old hose that I had and put a new end on it. I didn't want to buy a brand new hose for just this. And then I used this elbow here for some strain relief. That way, obviously, I didn't get a hard turn in the hose, so I used an elbow right here. And been sitting here waiting for this thing to fill up. It's painfully slow, but all it's doing is really just maintaining the level. So once you're kind of like a toilet, once it gets full and they drink a little bit and this drops back down, it'll fill for a second and then just close again, because they don't chug water, like a horse does. They take a little beak full at a time. And then the other thing I found with these buckets, for whatever reason, they seal pretty good. So you do need to either drill yourself a little hole in them right here so that they can suck air, or this is just what I do. When I lock the lid down, I don't lock it fully down. That way it doesn't airlock, because the bucket will airlock and then the cups won't fill even though the bucket is full. So yeah, that's it. That's what I got. Leave a comment below, if you have any suggestions for this, or if you just like it and you're going to do it at your place. I'd love to see it. And the other important thing here too is use a black barrel and a black bucket, because otherwise, if any sunlight gets in here, you will get a lot of algae growth in just a day or two. I was using a white bucket when I first started. And at the time I only had 10 chickens. Well, no, I had 14 chickens, so a 5-gallon bucket would last me, one bucket would last me several days. But really after the first day, especially during the summertime, the whole inside of the bucket would be green. Apple cider vinegar helps, but the best thing is just to use a 5-gallon bucket, because I can leave that 5-gallon bucket of water out here for a week at a time and it will not grow any algae in it. The barrel, I do add some apple cider vinegar to the barrel when I refill it. Not a ton, probably a cup per 55 gallons. So not a ton of apple cider vinegar, but it's good for the chickens, and it also just keeps the algae from potentially growing in the barrel, but don't think I'll have any issues with the black barrel.